Gage of Confident Horsemanship, back with Jewel. If you watched our previous video, you saw Jewel get her bridle put on in a way that builds trust and respect. Since Jewel has had some behavioral issues and some bad experiences under saddle due to having neglected teeth that caused some pain with the bit, and also some issues with her withers and back being quite sore, those have now been addressed. So this is her first time with a bridle on since we've dealt with her physical issues. So I'm going to reintroduce her to the idea of contact on the bit and make this a comfortable experience for her as well. In order to create contact on the bit from the ground, sort of think about this as riding from the ground. I'm going to be focusing on her shape, making sure she's bending around me. And when her focus goes away, I can just use this whip, which is an extension of my arm really, not a tool for punishment or beating her. But I can reach back behind myself and just tickle her underneath her barrel, just about where her girth would go. If that doesn't work, I'm going to switch hands and face her so I can massage into that area to get this nice bend and bring her focus back to me. I'm going to use the whip to reach back towards her flank and ask her to go. The flank is the go button, and if you watch horses in a herd, that's where they push. One horse wants another horse to go forward. Its nose will come into this flank area. And the area I'm talking about is right about there. So that's the spot I want to give Jewel a little tap, making sure that I have a left bend because we're going to go to the left. I'm going to ask her to go forward. When she goes forward, I'm not going to move till she moves. I'm standing at her shoulder, so I'm out of this no-go zone. And when she goes forward, I'm going to make sure I release my elbow without losing my contact, just like I would when I'm riding in the saddle. It may take a bit of a push to get her to go initially, because she does have some issues from previous work, as I said, with the uncomfortable bit due to teeth problems. Walk on. Good girl. First you saw she moved sideways. She's not comfortable. Moving forward into the contact. And I just go with her. Staying at her shoulder. I'm going to keep my core, my belly button aligned with her. So my spine is always going to be aligned with her spine. I don't want to be walking into her this way and sending my energy into her head, which would be cutting her off and causing some mixed communication. We're going to go forward. After I fix the bend, we're going to go forward, Jewel. Walk on, tap at the flank. She goes, a little sideways, but not so bad. Forward, and you can see there's some stress in her neck as her head comes up. She's expecting this to be uncomfortable. That's her past experience has told her, having that bit in her mouth and contact on the reins, that's going to be uncomfortable. So all I'm doing with this little exercise is showing her it's not going to hurt. I'm not going to pull on her mouth. I'm just going to maintain contact, the soft, supple arm, and just ask her to go forward. Tap the flank, wait till she goes. There, she would not so much stress in her neck that time. You can see her head coming down. Give little taps at the flank, but I want to time those taps when her inside hind leg is on the ground. Which would be now. So I tap at her girth, forward. You see some stress coming out of her mouth, her neck getting tight as her pole comes up again. Good girl, little bend at the girth. Some flies. Don't rub on me. Block with my left hand as she comes pushy into my space with her head. And we will carry on from there to work through this issue. But this is where it starts. Building trust, respect, and confidence, one step at a time. For more information, visit my website, annegage.com. And if you have any training or behavioral questions, go to my Ask Ann page and send me it from there. Walk on. Walk on.